Hello everybody, how you all doing? I hope you all doing well. My name is Paradise and welcome to the Star League monthly tournament, and we're gonna be on October for this month, day number 1. And let me just go through everything. I know that the stream is a little bit rushed. It's barely 1 minute of the waiting time, and then we just started already because it is not your typical tournament where every match is like, decided, or it has like its own date and whatnot. No, every single match happens when the players simply want to play. Let me just explain what Star League is once more, and you can do an exclamation mark Star League in the chat just so you can have a better understanding of what it is, and you can also join the Star League Discord server to understand how it goes as well. It is all run through the Discord server, not through a website this time around. Now, long story short, Star League is a monthly tournament that has its own MMR and its own ladder / bracket, right? And every game, the players will win and lose MMR depending on like the win and loss, and depending on the majority MMR of the game, just as it is in the normal TMM matches. But in the end of the month, the top 30 players will get rewards. Again, it's a monthly tournament, and then players play for MMR, and the teams are random. So the players can play with anyone else. It is not a specific team every single time. It is going to be random. So it is very interesting. It's a very new idea, and we're testing it out and seeing what's going to happen. And hopefully from today till probably this entire month, so from October 15th till next month, which is going to be November 15th. Rhapsody. That's going to be the first one. The first test for Star League, so we can then see how well it is performing or how well it will perform, and see if we're going to continue with it or not. But without further ado, we got Piston, aka Mate, at Legion side hero in action, which I believe that is Kijango, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not 100% sure. Mix, Milano, and Jonas. I believe Milano is Sigma, if I'm not mistaken. And then you have on the enemy on the Hellborn side, Evo Girl, which I believe that is, I think it's Jarhardig. I'm not 100% sure. Then Volka, I don't know how to pronounce his name. Karhoki, I don't know. The Nede and Tony. I don't know who Tony is, so a little bit confusion on the sub accounts. Hopefully, I'll look and ask around and see who these players really are. But now that we got all that done, let's go through the picking phase and the banning phase. So, we're starting off here with very unusual picks. You have Rhapsody and Blitz. We don't really see that often. And then on the Hellborn side, you have Madman Accursed. Madman Accursed are very, very common heroes to be picked, especially with the American team when they ran the Accursed Soul Reaper combo, which was a very, very powerful combo. So we'll see what they're going to lay in the Accursed with. Maybe he's just going to end up being a support. And then you end up with the Meraxus, which is also a very common pick. So, the Hellborn's going with the usual picks here, but the Legion are a little weirder, little off-meta picks, let's say. We had the Flux, Monarch, Pearl, Demented Shaman, Plague Rider, and Devour in the bans. Okay, I guess that's a respect ban for Nede. It doesn't make sense, but the Shaman, Plague Rider is also another respect ban, but the rest, they makes a lot of sense. The Flux and the Monarch and the Pearl, they're very strong, powerful heroes. And now, Pebbles. Okay, now that is a weird one, and it is actually coming from Mate. So that's a very strange ban, actually. And then Legionnaire. Okay, this is very unusual. Very, very unusual bans and picks right now. Very uncommon. Let's see what they come up with after this one. And they're taking a lot of time. Matt is taking a lot of time, and then he ends up banning the Torturer, and then Pharaoh. Okay, Pharaoh makes a lot of sense, but not from Hellborn, as Volka does play a lot of Pharaoh, so I'm not really quite certain why Pharaoh is... that's very strange in my eyes. I would be like, it would make more sense if it came from Mate, but coming from the Hellborn side when you have Volca on your side and to ban Fire, it is a little strange, but I guess, never mind, actually, I just noticed now, or remembered, I guess, that they have the Meraxas, so there is no point to picking the Pharaoh, so that's my bad. And then Geomancer, and then Kraken. Apparently Kraken is getting a lot of... It's getting banned now, so that's very good actually. Kraken hasn't been seen in a very long time before the update, but now after the update he seems to be actually very viable. And now you have Deadwood coming in on the Legion side. Again, Legion side is doing really unusual picks, and hey, I'm all for it, man. I love this. It's really cool to see actually. And then the Corrupted Disciple. Okay, I like that. I like that. Corrupted is an incredible carry. And a very, very nice mobile carry. With a very mobile team, he can be really strong. So Corrupted is a really, really nice pick here. And I'm assuming Jonas is going to have the Corrupted Disciple. Don't know how they're going to switch the other picks between them. Probably Deadwood on Sigma, but we'll see what's going to happen. And then Wretched Hag coming in from the Hellborn side. Sorry, yeah, from the Hellborn side and Chipper. Okay. Man, these picks are super strange. But hey, I'm all for it. I believe that the way they're going to lane this is a Cursed Madman in the short lane. Not really sure, because they do not have a Suicider per se, and I don't think they're gonna wanna try lane. So perhaps Meraxas Chipper long lane, and then Wretched Hag in the mid lane, and maybe switch with the top and bottom side depending on the Legion side. And then Bubbles coming in. Okay, so actually I don't know who's gonna play the Deadwood. Okay, there we go. And I assume Mix is not gonna play Corrupted, correct? Okay, so Mate is gonna be playing the Corrupted. That makes a whole lot more sense. Okay. So Blitz, Deadwood, Bubbles, Rhapsody, and Corrupted against Wretched Hag, Meraxas, Madman, Chipper, and a Cursed. Okay. This is very unusual picks, man. Let's see what happens, though. Let's see how it goes, how it plays out. So, it's going to be the Rhapsody Corrupted Disciple bot lane, then Bubbles mid lane, and Deadwood with Blitz top lane. Okay. That does make a lot of sense, actually. So, Deadwood against the Wretched Hag. Okay, they actually did not put the Meraxas with the Shipper. They're instead going to put the Wretched Hag with the Shipper, and then they're going to solo. Now, I'm not sure if this is because Volca likes to be a solo laner more than anything else, or because they think that it is the better thing to do. But we'll see how that goes. Meraxas mid is not weak by any chance, nor is Hag in a dual lane by any chance. So I don't really know what's the better outcome here, so we'll have to just wait and see what's going to happen. This does put a deep ward in the jungle. Now they're going to see if they're going to stack or not. They are playing as a Shipper, so Shipper is probably going to be having a lot of triple stacks. Maybe when Hag reaches level 5 or perhaps level 6, they're going to go and try get all of the stacks. It's actually a very good strategy. Meraxas can even get a little more XP and gold if he wants to join in. He will be able to do some damage with his Q. So, but clearly the better AoE would be on Hag, so most likely it's going to go majority on Hag. Oh, it's a cool bubble skin. I've never seen it actually been played with before. That's really, really nice. Some Meraxas and the Bubbles mid lane. Bubbles is clearly he has the upper hand a little bit with the being ranged against a melee, but I don't think that Volca's gonna struggle that much in mid lane. I think he's just gonna do fine. Meanwhile, top lane, some harassment going between Chipper and the Blitz. Blitz trying to get the pull, and he does actually land it. And my god, man, Blitz is so fast without boost. 335 movement speed. That's compared to the Shipper. 35 more movement speed at level 1, man. Chipper is a fast boy for sure. They're really fighting for this. He almost had it, but sadly it went for the creeps. Meanwhile, at bot lane, bot lane is gonna be a little quieter, I believe, because Madman still doesn't have much. If he uses another Q here, he's gonna be out of mana, and he doesn't have anything else to. He has the, what is it called? I believe Lunar Tier. He does have it now. He can use one more ability, but that's about it. So he cannot really spam that much, and he doesn't really deal that much damage. So for now, it's gonna be a little more chill at the bot lane. Meanwhile, the mid lane, actually Volca taking quite some damage. He's close to his bottle though. He's okay. He just bought a health bot actually, so he's not gonna go to the greedy route. He's gonna play a little safer. Again, we talked about this, the ranged against melee matchup. So Bubbles is gonna have the upper hand, but I believe Meraxas or Volca is gonna be just fine. Meanwhile, some initiation going on, and the Bloodlust coming out for the Blitz. Blitz is in a little bit of trouble. Maybe he's trying to deny himself. Is the dot gonna kill him? No, in a matter of fact, and the Bat Blast almost, or sorry, the Scream, the Sonar Scream almost had him, but it was just a tiny little bit out of range. And then he got killed by the neutral creeps, not giving anything to the Hellborn side. Well played by Blitz right there. Might want to go for him, but the W, yes, he gets it off. It is a little rough, like perhaps if Blitz levels up his Q just a little more, then it will be possible. It has to be right at the same time. It's gonna be really hard to land it, but once they do, Wretched Hag is not gonna be able to really survive that long. I just noticed with the protection from Chipper, it's not gonna really be useful against the Deadwood. The Blitz maybe with like his abilities, his W and his Q, but other than that, it's not really going to be useful against Deadwood whatsoever, because Deadwood is entirely physical. If he lands a root here, he actually might kill her. So I believe he's planning for it? No, he went for the camp. Okay. He wants the guaranteed farm instead of the attempt of the kill, which makes sense. Django does not want to be greedy here. Bot lane, maybe some action going on? No, it's just trying to escape. As I said, bot lane is going to be a little for a while, like maybe till level 7, something like that. It's not going to be much action in the bot lane, most likely. It's just going to be some harassment back and forth, nothing too crazy. Meanwhile, at the top rune side, they're fighting for the rune. Sadly, I did not see who got it. Seems like Blitz did though, because his bottle is full right now. I don't think that it was before. Is there anything at the bot lane? No, it was already taken. I wasn't paying attention to that. Let's have a look at the last hitting and denies. Let's go to mid lane first. We haven't looked at it in a while. So you have 28 to 6 against 16 and 1. Actually, as I said, Merax is not doing that bad. Clearly, Bubbles is way ahead, but still, Merax is still in it. You know, he's not being pushed out that hard, so he's still in it. He still has a chance to come back. Meanwhile, the top lane again, it's the same thing gonna happen. Yeah, man, like Wretched Hag and Deadwood Blitz, like it's very difficult. The moment they catch her, there's not much she can do. So top lane is gonna be a little of a struggle unless they get some help. But sadly, Volca himself is not doing that great at mid lane, so I'm not sure who can help them really here. Maybe a Cursed, but if a Cursed goes back to top lane, then bottom lane is not going to be doing that great either. So this is a very difficult decision that they need to make. Meanwhile, mid lane, DD on Volca. So he's going to have a little easier time for now. Bubbles is most likely going to go back. Going to give him a little ahead edge here. Hopefully be tied up with Bubbles now instead of just being a little too low on the last hits and whatnot. He's just going to have a little better time now right now. Meanwhile at the bot lane, man, I'm missing all the kills. Meanwhile at the bot lane, Madman just died. As I said that, the moment that curse goes top, I called it. Madman's not gonna have an easy time at bot lane, and now he goes down. So I'm not sure if that's really the right decision to make, to sacrifice the only lane where you're actually doing fine, just to let the Hag survive, but Hag can carry in the end, so maybe it is the right decision. We'll have to see at the end. Meanwhile, some initiation going on the Raxus. He does his ultimate. He's quite tanky right now, but will it be enough though? 3 heroes. Soon is gonna be 4. It is just too much, and he cannot survive it. Sadly, the kill goes for the bubbles. Meanwhile, they're trying to dive the Corrupted. Corrupted is still alive right now. He's being super careful, trying not to get hit by the rockets. Chipper still has a lot of mana, so this is getting a little dangerous. I don't think that it's gonna be a kill though. I think he's just gonna be fine. Now, if you look at the GPM charts, you got 380 on Bubbles and Corrupted, 320. So, like as we just said, the Legion side is doing way better when it comes to last F2 GPM and like laning and all of that. And now they're even getting a better massacre. Like it's 3,200 to 1,000 at minute 7. That is not the best, but it is still not over. Meanwhile, top lane, again, Blitz and Wretched Hag right now. And also, Deadwood has ultimate right now. I don't even think that the Hag will survive anymore. Even if she gets a shield, even if she gets a heal, I don't think she's gonna survive. Both guys actually coming in for the gank, but there's 2 seconds left for the movement speed. Will she be able to get out without getting immobilized? Yes, she will actually. Meanwhile, at the top lane, trying to go on Wretched Hag got real low. Deadwood used the punch, but there's nothing to stop the TP. Well played by Deadwood getting out of there. Attempting the kill, but sadly could not. Probably the shield and the heal from a curse saved the Wretched Hag barely from any kill. If Deadwood has a Licks there, it would not be the case, but he doesn't have enough gold for it yet. For anyone who's, I'm just reading chat right now, for anybody who's wondering about the teams, again, the teams are random. There is no, like, specific team, like with the tournaments, the pro tournaments, for example, where it's B Pro against, let's say, Top Green Tech. It's based on the player. In Star League, it is based on the player, not on the team. It is based on a single player MMR and not the team. So any player can play with anyone else as he pleases. So just keep that in mind, gentlemen. And if you want to know more about the Star League, just do ! Star League and you will have an explanation for it, and then you can join the server for it, and then you can see what happens there and everything about it and understand a little more. Now, with this pause, it gives us a little more time to see how things are going. When we look at the top lane, right now Deadwood has a 1,000 gold. I believe that Kijango will not actually go for the Lex. I believe he's going to go for the PK straight away, just to be able to nuke really fast. Meanwhile, the Hag actually went for the Mana Ring, which is a very unusual pick on Wretched Hag. I don't really see that, but again, she's not really playing mid, so she cannot go bottle because she's not going to have the guaranteed rune every single time. So Chalice and Bottle is not really something that they're looking for, I guess, and she goes for the Mana Ring. I'm not really sure if that's the right pick, but we'll see how it goes. A Curse is just going with the normal items, just as Shipper. They're both not doing the best, but they're sports, so it is only normal. Madman is struggling actually really bad. It's 250 GPM right now, and nearly 400 GPM on Corrupted and Bubbles, and then on the cores of the Hellborn you have, I guess, nearly 300 GPM on Wretched Hag and then 250 GPM on Madman. So far, Legion is doing a whole lot better than Hellborn, but we'll see what happens later on. I mean, Madman, clearly, if he gets a cleaver, if he gets anything, he can pick up quite fast, but Corrupted is not going to slow down either, nor is Bubbles. Bubbles, when he gets the spell charts, he's quite powerful. He can take a wave with literally like a matter of a second. So I don't know if they're going to be able to slow them down, even if they reach their farming points. But we'll see what happens. Oh, the root almost lands. It wouldn't be enough till his ultimate comes back up. A Curse was behind the Hag, so he would have shielded Hag when she got stunned by the Blitz, but it would not be a kill. He needs his ultimate. He has it now, so he might go for it in a bit. Might go for a random one, actually, if Hag is too greedy and she does not try to jump at all. Yeah, and there's the shield. Yeah, it is very difficult. Very, very difficult. Oh. Bubbles gets the mid tower. Going Volca. Volca still has his ultimate, by the way. He will have the shield soon enough. But will it be enough to actually tank the Q and W from Bubbles? He's not gonna go for it, sadly. But he understands it is not the right thing to do. He does use his Q and jump away, but is it enough? Yes, it will be enough. He's in a safe area right now. I don't think he's gonna be worried about it anytime soon. Meanwhile, actually, Deadwood dies from Wretched Hag. Okay. She catches him off guard, it seems. They do not have a ward except for the other side, and Bubbles goes down at mid lane, being a little too greedy, it seems. Because Meraxes and Chipper are quite close to being full HP. Well, not the Volca, but clearly the Chipper, so I don't know what's the idea there, but sadly the execution was not proper.
Angered. A god.
That's coming out. They do see him. But it is a little too greedy. Shipper comes in. They did not see him, sadly, and they do get a pick off on the Rhapsody. They're still gonna go for the Corrupted Disciple. He might be in a lot of trouble here. The barrel is gonna come soon. He does have it. He's gonna use it now with a little more damage, and Corrupted Disciple goes down. That was a beautiful turn on the Hellborn side. And meanwhile, at the top lane, they're trying to go on the Wretched Hag. Wretched Hag getting a little low here. There's still a heal coming out from a curse just a second from now. He's going to be using it on Wretched Hag. She's a little more tankier now. She does have the Mystic, so she's not that squishy against the Blitz and the Bubbles with the Accursed. It is a little rough to kill her. Meraxes trying to get a kill off on the Bubbles, but I don't think he's going to be able to do it, sadly. Meanwhile, Deadwood seems to be in no man's land, but he's going to get out just fine with an Illusion Rune. A root comes out on the Volca. He doesn't want to go in because of the protection. Unless he baits it, Deadwood's in a lot of trouble. He does go down. I don't think that the Hellborn side is in any trouble right now. Curse still has his ultimate. Wretched Hag coming in from the side. Maybe she's gonna jump in for the kill on the Blitz. No, she does not need to. He falls from Wretched Hag. Dot damage. There's no need to pursue that at all. That's a really good fight on the Hellborn side. So even though they were ahead in GPM, aka the Legion side, still the team fight potential on Hellborn is far greater than the one of the Legion side. So they're doing very well right now, and this is good. It went from 3k to now 1.2. So I'm sure that the Hellborn side is very happy with the outcome. Actually, Deadwood did not go for the PK, as I said. No, he's actually went for the Ghost Marches, and now he's going for the Licks to have that guaranteed kill. They're going on the top lane on the Wretched Hag. Nice deny from Deadwood on the Blitz. Hag uses everything, sadly. She does not have anything right now. Meanwhile, at the mid lane, some initiation going on. Perhaps some Meraxes. No, it's just some harassment. Meraxes is going to be fine, though. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. They're gonna try to go on him, but again, Meraxes is not really that squishy. It's very difficult to go on him, and he still has his ultimate like 1,300 HP. Yeah, that is not an easy target to get. He still has his W. Is he gonna actually be using it on the Blitz? Does mess up the timing. The root comes out. Blitz is in a lot. Sorry, Chipper is in a lot of trouble. He's gonna go down. That was a very free kill on Deadwood, and they're just gonna get out with that invisibility on Bubbles actually at the top lane. This can be huge.
Has anger.
Wretched Hag uses her blink, so she has nothing else to escape with right now. The shield is with a curse, but he's silenced. He cannot use it. She does end up going down. And a curse sadly could not use anything there, and he is dead. The silence from Bubbles was just really clutch there. Perfect timing, not allowing a curse to do anything for the Wretched Hag, and that's 2 kills going on the Legion side, and now we're back to 4,000 gold difference, but the XP is not really that crazy, but they're probably gonna go a little higher right now since 2 heroes are dead on the Hellborn side. He does have the licks right now on the Deadwood and 1,000. Deadwood's actually doing incredible this game. So he's going to be close to the PK right now. He might going to have it on maybe minute 17-ish. So he's going to be doing just fine. He's going to be a menace for sure to be staying within this game. Meanwhile, Madman is actually farming the Legion side and he's saving 2,000 gold. So I assume that he wants to go for the mock route this game. Perhaps a little late for that, but you never know. I mean, it is minute 15, but so far, as we've seen this game, the Hellborn side, their fighting potential is far greater than the Legion, so we'll see what happens. Maybe it will be worth it in the end. Meanwhile, at the top side, taking some stack, Bubbles is taking the Hellborn stacks. Seems like he was successful taking most of them. Some initiation going on in Bubbles. Will the rockets be enough though? Maybe the Q is up, but he could not use it sadly, and that's a kill for Volka. That was a very needed kill on the Bubbles. Meanwhile, they're trying to push top lane and getting some control right now, perhaps even to push the top lane a little more. Get a little off of that. Be very helpful for them. 1,600 gold in the Deadwood right now, getting a little closer to that PK. Again, once he gets it, he's gonna be a real menace. He's almost level 16. He has a lick, so he's gonna be real dangerous soon. The Rhapsody, will there be a rocket or anything? No, sadly they will not get the Rhapsody. So Icon now on the Wretched Hag, and I believe she's going for the Light Brand and then into the power of Grimmer. So the typical build for Wretched Hag, except for the mana boots, but we already discussed that with the Chalice and the battle. Meanwhile, Madman goes down. Yeah, he was really deep in no man's land in the Legion side, but he farmed quite a lot while he's at it, so it wasn't all for nothing. And now they finally push the first tower on the Hellborn side, getting the first tier tower. So that's a very welcome thing to do for sure. And now, meanwhile, they're trying to get a kill off of Meraxus, maybe? No. I don't think they're gonna try to get a kill off Deadwood or Bubbles. They don't even see them, they do not have a ward there, so it was all just predictions. Bubbles with a smoke, maybe trying to get a kill off with Rhapsody. Again, it is very difficult to kill the Meraxus, so I'm not sure if he is really their target. Or they're just gonna farm the creeps and be done with it. Yes, it seems like that is the only thing they're gonna do for now. Deadwood, beautiful initiation going in, and Volka trying to get a pick off on the Deadwood. He does. Blitz with the movement speed. Will it be enough to run away? He misses the axe, sadly. Will he land the last one? No, sadly, he will not. And meanwhile, Madman dies again at bot lane. Oh, man. Madman is not having a good time right now. This is not what he needs. But still, he has more gold, so he's being very greedy with the farm, but he really needs to survive, especially if he wants to buy that muck. The earlier, the better, but still, it is not over, so we'll see what happens. But it's super unfortunate for Madman. So they're trying to push the bottom lane with Energizer right now, and they do get it in the end of Bubbles. Last hits the tower. Not sure if that's the best idea, but it is a Bubbles after all, so it is not the worst idea either. Bubbles is actually going for the Power Grimmer as his first item, except instead of the Spell Shards, which Spell Shards or Power Grimmer, both of them, or the Light Brand alone actually, all of these items will allow Bubbles to take any wave at any given moment in a matter of seconds, so it does not really matter that much for the Bubbles. he will have a high GPM nonetheless. I mean, he's sitting on 460 GPM right now, so he's doing very well for himself. Oh, Deadwood goes in a chipper, and chipper goes down again. We discussed this with the PK and the Lex. There's not really any opportunity that any of them can survive the chipper. The Deadwood. The only one who can actually like maybe fight the Deadwood just a little bit is Meraxes, and if he catches Meraxes off guard, uses the Q and the Lex on the Meraxes without him being able to use his W, he's gonna always kill Meraxes, because Meraxes, he has 11 armor, but it's not going to be enough against the Deadwood. But I don't think he's gonna have him as his target ever. He's most likely just gonna be going for the Madman, Wretched Hag, and maybe Chipper if he ever catches him. I don't think there's any point of going to the Accursed, especially if he's just gonna use his ultimate, make a lot of trouble for the Deadwood, and just, you know, it's just gonna be super awkward for the Deadwood. He just wants a one-shot kill and just get out, probably, is what he's planning to do right now. Meanwhile, another invisibility actually with Bubbles. Last time Bubbles had an invisibility, they killed both the Accursed and the Wretched Hag, so we might see the same thing happening here. So who knows about that? Hopefully, if they all go topside, I'm not sure if they're planning to do that right now. They do have some TPs, but they're a little too... They're a little like into the base right now, the Hellborn side. So it is difficult, and there are far too many wards. So I'm not sure if we're gonna see that happening again. Max is actually going for a Hellflower. And the GPM difference is going higher and higher. It started with 4K, now it's on 8K. Although it is minute 20, so it's not that crazy at this point of the game, but it is still significant. So I still think that the Hellborn can come back from this. I don't think it's over, not even close, to be honest. So once Madman gets his mock, once he gets his game going a little bit, he's been delayed a lot, he's been focused a lot, so he's been having a very difficult time. But once he gets that mock, maybe things will change for the better for the Hellborn side, with a farming hero being a little more than 400 GPM right now. It's only Wretched Hag, but she's barely on 400 GPM. They're all struggling with the farm right now. Legion side is not giving them any chance to come back whatsoever. There's the sword on the Madman, finally. He got the first piece for the mock, so he's quite happy with that. He's going to be able to deal a whole lot more damage, on 160 damage now with the Madman, so he's going to hit hard, but I'm not even sure if he will be able to actually get into the fight and hit somebody. They're going on the Deadwood. Deadwood is in a lot of trouble. He does have clear cut, though, giving him full movement speed, but the Wretched Hag ultimate does catch him in the end, killing the Deadwood. He's not going to be able to get his kill, sadly, and that's a very good pick-off from the Hellborn side. Legion side trying to get something off here, trying to get in, but it is a little difficult. They do see that they have a ward. Wretched Hag can just jump away, and it is very difficult to catch the Madman, although you have a Blitz. With Dust, I believe. No Dust in the Blitz. Okay, so they don't have any way to catch the Madman yet, unless he gets his W, but good luck trying to get that on the Blitz. Now we're gonna go back to the farming simulator. Nobody's gonna try to get any kills off, and looking at the Legion, it is always going to be either Deadwood or Bubbles who are trying to initiate. Now there is Blitz, clearly, but at this point of the game, I'm not sure if Blitz is gonna be the best initiator between the three, aka Deadwood, Blitz, and Bubbles, so I don't think that that's gonna be the case. Deadwood's actually trying to get a kill off the Wretched Hag. If he jumps before the Accursed gets closer, it's gonna be a free kill. She does use the blink. Now is the time. He's gonna go in. Hag is getting so much damage, it's not even funny, and there's no way she can survive that. Even if she has the blink, she cannot do it, as she is immobilized by Deadwood. It is just too much nuke damage coming in from the Legion side for anybody to survive, even with a shield, even with the heal, even if he has an astrolabe. It is still not going to be enough to survive that. It is just devastating amount of damage. Meanwhile, Bubbles they're trying to initiate on the Bubbles, getting a trade, hopefully, instead of the Hag, the Bubbles for the Hag, but sadly, Bubbles saw that coming, and he got out of that. And now the goal difference is 10k, and it's expanding more and more with 5k on XP, so they are still getting ahead. Madman is very close to the Mach. He just got the Snake, so he's very close to the Mach right now. Will he be able to change the tide? I'm honestly not quite certain, but let's hope for it, gentlemen. Let's hope for it. We'll see what's gonna happen. Deadwood does not have his ultimate yet. He's still doing Deadwood stuff, trying to get that one-tap kill. Bubbles finally has the PK, so now they have a little better initiation set up on the Legion side. So we'll see how that goes with Deadwood and the Bubbles both on PK. And there we go, finally the Mach on Madman. We'll see what happens now. Hopefully he catch up a little bit and just tries to do something with it, tries to get a little farm, a little ahead with him. And go from 350 GPM to something a little more carry-wise, maybe 450, something like that. Hopefully it'll be able to help him close that gap between the Hellborn and the Legion. Almost a Hellflower on Meraxis as well. Now they're going on a Kongor, which is a very good call, actually. Game is a little chill right now. Nobody's trying to kill anybody. They have no vision on the Kongor right now, so it's gonna probably be a free Kongor. They have no way of seeing it either with a Pharaoh or Shipper being on the Hellborn side, so there's really no way of seeing if they're doing it or not for free. Trying to push the first tier tower. Some planning going on bot lane, trying to get the Madman, but Madman noticed that something wrong is gonna happen and he TP'd out, getting away from that. Meanwhile, they're still working on the first tier tower, trying to get it. Madman actually went to the top lane, but he's not alone still. Bubbles and Blitz are there. The Hellborn team is trying to counter-initiate, or counter-gank, excuse me, the Legion side at the top. They do catch the Bubbles and the Blitz, but I'm not sure if they're going to be able to catch them. They're both very slippery heroes. It is super difficult to catch them. Bubbles is not actually being that scared. He still has his TP. He did not TP out yet. I believe he's going to try to get the wave and then get out. Yes. It's a very free wave for Bubbles. Meanwhile, actually, Blitz got caught by the Meraxis, who rotated all the way around. Now, they're going to maybe try to go for the Corrupted Disciple, but he does have his Shrunken Head, so he's not that easy to catch, and he's quite fast with that Energizer as well. So I just realized most of the Legion side is very slippery heroes. It's super difficult to catch, so Hellborn's definitely is having a hard time to try and catch any of them. Meraxis is around 900 gold away from his Hellflower. Bubbles, a beautiful initiation by Bubbles coming out in mid lane. Both guys in a lot of trouble. He does use his ultimate with the shield, but it is not going to be enough, sadly. He does end up going down. Deadwood is in a lot of trouble as well, but I believe he's going to be fine in the end. Bubbles with the Q and the takedown. He's going to survive with the ultimate of Hag, but sadly it misses the Bubbles. Hits the Corrupted. Corrupted is in a lot of trouble. He jumps in, but he's still alive. Now he dies. Rhapsody ultimate is a little too late. Wretched Hag with the Heels of a Curse is still in the fight. That is way too powerful. Rhapsody's in a lot of trouble with the rocket. She's gonna end up going down, and again the fighting, the team fight potential on Hell, but it is super powerful. Bubbles gonna get the DD, but I'm not sure if he's gonna be able to do much on it. With it, sorry, Madman is in the mid lane, and here we go. Madman just picked up the Mach, and he already is one piece into the Shrunken Head, so he's picking out right now. He's farming really well right now. So there is still a chance for Madman to come back to the game. That is a really nice thing to see. Once Madman gets his items, he's gonna be a very formidable hero. Very greedy initiation coming in from Bubbles. Will he be able to survive this? I believe he will. The jump on Hag is there, but the stun will get her. She does. Bubbles does have the takes cover, but will it be enough? No, sadly. It is a little too greedy from Bubbles there. He does end up going down, you know. That is a little too greedy, to be honest. I don't know if that curse is that worth for, you know, a core carry from the Legion side, but Bubbles thought that he's gonna be able to get out with that, but sadly he was mistaken. Groot coming out with the licks and the ultimate is quite a lot of damage. Will it be enough though? The power supply comes in clutch and Deadwood sadly will not be able to get the kill. Hag gets out. Deadwood is not level 16 yet, so he does not deal all of the damage with it, and the Q is just out of range to see the chipper while he's TPing, so he's not going to be able to catch him. That is not going to be a kill on the side of Deadwood. Maybe if he had a souls there, he would be able to kill the Hag, but sadly he does not have it yet. Trying to do some initiation with the chipper, but it wouldn't be enough. He's smoked. They do not see him right now. They don't have a ward, so they don't know about this. First, the Corrupted does catch the Miraxus. He does activate his W though, sadly. So he's gonna be a little hard to catch with that haste. The Shrunken Head on Corrupted has gone now, so their fighting potential is a little weaker. I'm not sure if they're gonna try to go for it right now. There's another pause needed by the Hellborn side. Seems like Hag is having a lot of trouble with her connection. That is very strange. I'm not sure why he would have that lag, but that's probably server related stuff if he's not having any lag on Discord. So, Corrupted is gonna go with the typical items so far. He's most likely gonna continue with the Downbringer. I don't know what he would buy afterwards. I mean, I would, like, I want to say Wingbow, but I'm not really sure if Wingbow is the best, like, third main item to buy. I don't see that as, like, the best item, so he probably knows more. I don't really play Corrupted that much, but as far as I remember, Mate does play quite a lot of Corrupted, so he most likely knows more, but I'm not really certain what he would buy as his fourth item. Deadwood still has 1,800 gold, so I'm not sure what he's trying to buy. Perhaps he will go for the Demonic after all. Bubbles maybe going for the Sheep Stick with that crystal, but we'll see what happens, and maybe Shrunken Head on Rhapsody, and Blitz is still saving 1,000 gold. Meanwhile, a Cursed Chipper, cursed with the typical cursed items. Chipper has the spell charge to help him nuke a little harder, and then you would have the Madman finally with the Shrunken Head. So Madman is starting to pick off now. He might be in, like, when he buys the Oblivion Hammer or a Basher and then into that, he's gonna be really annoying to deal with, and he's definitely gonna be a nuisance in the fight, and he's catching up right now. He's level 17, so he's as high level as the Bubbles and the Corrupted, even more than the Corrupted. So Bubbles is doing phenomenal compared to what like he had in the start of the game, and the amount of focus he had at the start of the game. Miraxus is very close to his Hellflower. I believe that he's like 400 gold away. If I'm not mistaken, he bought the first two pieces. So that's going to be super helpful against the Bubbles or the Corrupted before the Corrupted gets into the fight using Shrunken and all of his items and whatnot. And then Wretched Hag with the Power Grimmer and Gnomes and 5k in the bank. So Wretched Hag might be looking to buy a Sheep Stick right now. Maybe a Resto even if he wants to go with a Super Nuke damage. But we'll see what he picks off here. So again, we talked about this, the Hellborn side having the better team potential. Now, the gold difference and the Hellflower actually coming out on the Hag. He splits the boots as well. Maybe he wants to go for a Striders. Yes, there you go. He does go for the Striders. That is incredible, actually. Meanwhile, maybe they're going... Okay, they're not going to the Marax. It's just some harassment. So they're going to have 2 Hellflowers on the Hellborn side. That is really good. So they're going to be able... And there you go. This is the second Hellflower on Marax now. And a team smoke coming out from the Hellborn. So this is going to get really interesting now. Buckle in, ladies and gentlemen, because we're probably going to have a fight. They're going on to the top side. So Deadwood, Corrupted, and Blitz... They're most likely going to go for the Kungur. This is terrible timing for them. They do not see this coming. They do see the Corrupted. A Hellflower coming out. Sadly, the initiation is just not enough. He's a little further. And a beautiful silence coming in from Bubbles with the ultimate silencing everybody. Incredible ultimate coming from Hag. Blitz is down. The Madman gets the Shrunken Head with the Corrupted. They're going to maybe try to fight it mano a mano. But no, Madman runs away. Marax's PK getting away from the fight with a Wretched Hag trying to do some damage on the Deadwood, but I don't think it's going to end up with any kills. A buyback coming in from Blitz. That's the first buyback on Blitz, and it did not go the way of Hellborn. That was surprising to see, to say the least. And I believe that No, okay. So nobody else bought back. It's just the Accursed for the Blitz, and then the Blitz bought back. So it's the support for the support. So it is a fine deal with the buyback. I don't think any team lost or won. It is a tight fight right there. Deadwood is actually gonna get caught off here, trying to get a kill. Was caught in no man's land. Meanwhile, Wretched Hag might be the next one though. No, she does have a haste, so she's not gonna get picked off. Meanwhile, Bubbles being a little too greedy again. He is always a little too greedy. Trying to get the wave, but does not want to jump in, as he does not have a TP and he doesn't want to be just that greedy with it. He learned from the bot lane most likely, so he doesn't want to really get himself killed for a creep wave. They are waiting for him though. They are aware of this. They do put a ward. They know that he's there. The Hellflower comes in and the Bubbles does go down. They read him. They saw how he plays. They see how greedy he is, and they're starting to read him now. Beautiful ward coming in from Chipper. Really heads up play coming in from Chipper. Well played, honestly. Super well played by him. And a smoke coming out from the Maraxas, trying to get a pick off on the Blitz. Sorry, on the Blitz and Corrupted Disciple at bot lane. But alone, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do that much. He's going to be waiting for one of his teammates, most likely Madman. But Madman is still going with the lane, so maybe they're just gonna try to counter someone who shows up at the bottom lane, but it doesn't seem like that's going to happen. Right now, the gold difference actually dropped down to 2k and 6k now to the Hellborn side instead of the Legion side. This is the first time we see that the Legion side is actually ahead with something. So finally, the game is starting to turn into their side, and Kungur does spawn in, so they might be looking to do that very soon here. They do have the map control right now, although there's no wards coming into the Hellborn Kungur side, but that can be fixed with just 2 wards at least. And there we go. They started on the Kungur. But yeah, it doesn't seem like that the Hellborn is going to respond to this whatsoever, actually. It's going to be fast, very fast Kungur with a Maraxas E doing max health, magic damage, and the Madman with his ultimate, and he is just a little too much to deal with. And finally, the first Kungur was tempted by the Legion, so they're gonna go with that. They tried to do that last time with the smoke, but they got countered by the smoke, sorry, on the Hellborn side, but it doesn't seem like that's gonna be the case this time around. Barbit on the Deadwood, I did not notice that. Huh. I'm not really sure, but we'll see. We'll see. Wretched Hag is gonna catch Deadwood off guard here with the smoke, sadly. That was actually... The smoke actually played on Hag's favor there, so very unfortunate for Deadwood. Meanwhile, Bubble still trying to push the top lane, still playing on the side, trying to get the pushers. Madman is doing the same thing on the bottom lane, but being just a little safer. And now the TP comes to the base. Gonna try to defend. Hellborn is not gonna continue the push in mid lane. Gonna try to farm the side lanes instead. playing a little safe, and now the goal difference is finally tied between each other. So right now the Hellborn is starting to come back. They're finally where they want to be. And it is looking like the Legion is running out of time right now. It seems like they've reached their limit, and I don't know what's going to happen, but we'll see. Shroud picked up on the Corrupted. He's trying to get a kill off of the Miraxis. Miraxis is silenced. He cannot use anything except for the health power. He does use it on the bubbles, but I'm not sure if the team support is going to be there in time, so he's not going to be able to get anything off of it, sadly. So that's a 1-for-0. Deadwood still at the mid lane, trying to make his way top lane. Hag does not have a TP, so they're currently 4v4. But the Shipper ultimate comes out, stop the wave from pushing any further. Another wave is coming. Again, though, it is very dangerous to push that wave up, and now Hag is there, so not sure if they're gonna be greedy about this with Hag being around. Beautiful ultimate coming from Wretched Hag, hitting 4 heroes. A buyback coming in from Volka, aka Miraxis. He does get rooted though. The Blitz is gonna go down. Rhapsody is most likely gonna follow along. She's not gonna be able to survive, but will they be able to pursue the other heroes? Deadwood, Corrupted, and Bubbles being super squishy and very difficult to catch. I'm not sure if they're gonna be able to catch them right here. Deadwood's gonna most likely run away, and a beautiful, beautiful ulti coming from Wretched Hag, catching 4 heroes. That was super devastating to the Legion side. They did not expect that coming, and now Bubbles is gonna get out safe and sound, but it is currently 5-for-3. But we cannot forget that Miraxis did use a buyback there. Was not needed, sadly. He got rooted when he TP'd. He could not PK or do anything, but still they do end up winning the fight. But now they're gonna try to do a counter push, get the 2nd-tier tower. Bubbles trying to get the wave, but I'm not sure if it's really gonna matter at this point, but we'll see if that will actually stop the Hellborn side from pushing or not, but I doubt. They're most likely maybe gonna try to initiate here. No, they're actually just gonna go back. They're not gonna be greedy for it. The Hellborn side, the Legion side is all up right now, so they want to play super safe. They don't want to do any mistakes right now. They are still going ahead with the GPM and the XP shard, and the XP shard is actually skyrocketing right now with 15k. So again, the timer for Legion, they need to finish this. They need to finish as fast as they can, because it seems like the Hellborn is just getting more and more ahead, second by second. So this is getting super difficult. Mirax is jumping in, trying to Hellflower the Bubbles. He got caught off though, but the Hellflower comes up. Bubbles has no way to escape the Corrupted Disciple with a DD, dealing so much damage. He has 500 damage. He's dealing so much damage. The Hag jumps in though, does return that damage with her ultimate. The Chipper Rocket stopped the Rhapsody ultimate, and she can no longer protect the Corrupted Disciple, and the Corrupted Disciple, Rhapsody, and the Bubbles end up going down with the Blitz there at the end, and it's a genocide for only Miraxis. That is not a trade they want to take, and now the mid tower and the Hell Legion base is really open. There's nothing that they can do about it. There are no buybacks either on the Legion. Wow, this is an insane turn coming in from the Hellborn side. It seems like it's gonna be 2 racks if the top lane pushes a little further, and a resto coming out from the Wretched Hag. So they're starting to really pick off now. This is the mid tower, and it's definitely gonna be a mid racks, but I'm not sure if it's gonna be a double racks. Perhaps it's gonna be just another tower, and that's gonna be the end of that push.
A Legion barracks has been destroyed.
Yeah, Madman's gonna be attempting it, but sadly there are no creeps, so they're gonna be tanking it, but I'm sure they don't mind it with a curse being around.
The Hellborn have destroyed a Legion tower.
And an Allstone coming in from Madman, okay. I like it actually. I really like it. Against the Deadwood, against the Corrupted W, the stun, it's definitely not bad. I mean, B-Pro is a team that you see always like picking up a lot of Nullstones. So it's very usual for me to see a Nullstone on B-Pro or any member of B-Pro team, and honestly most of the time it works super well, so. Legion side is trying to get some pickoffs here. Kajango still not level 16. He's really struggling after the early stage. He's gonna put a root, but clearly he cannot really do that much on the Madman with 2,400 damage and 25 armor. Yeah, that is not a Madman you want to initiate on. A smoke coming in from Hag. She does have the rest though. She's quite formidable right now. Trying to get a pick off, but the Legion side is playing a little too safe. Visibility on the Hag, that gives her a little advantage. Bubbles is farming the wave. He does jump in, but he realizes that something wrong is going on. He does use a PK with the smoke. Hag uses the dust just to see if he's inside the trees or not. With the small vision you can gain from the dust, but he's not there. He's using the smoke to just farm the wave, jump out to the PK, and then TP's out. Really nice side plays from Bubbles, trying to push the lane, trying to give something back to his teammates. Doing some pressure. Meraxus with the smoke. Madman is nearby. He does see the Corrupted. He jumps in the Rhapsody. He's not using the Hellflower. He finally used it on Rhapsody. Corrupt is playing really safe. He does not want to take this fight, and that's most likely a dead Rhapsody here, not being able to do anything, sadly. So a pick off for nothing on the side of Hellborn. Ratchet Hag is in no man's land right now with the smoke. She does have the Hellflower. She uses it on the Deadwood. Sadly misses the ultimate as Deadwood clear cut gives him a hasted movement speed. Uses the Resto just to blinks out with the ultimate. She's in a lot of trouble right now with the root. She's gonna end up going down, and a beautiful deny coming from Corrupted to the Blitz. Very greedy by Ratchet Hag being in the enemy side, but almost had the Deadwood. But yeah, Deadwood clear cut. He's so fast. Hasted, and you cannot slow him down anymore, so it is very, very difficult to catch the Deadwood with the clear cut. And the Ghost Marches, actually. Probably gonna slow them down a little bit. Hellborn is not gonna try to pursue anything right now, gonna be a little more relaxed. No Oblivion Hammer on the Madman. He does end up using the ultimate. First hit bash from the Madman. That's a very lucky man. But the Shroud with a shrunken head does end up saving the Corrupted Disciple. He sees the Catman champion, but it does not seem like he is interested in going for that, and he doesn't know where the other Legion team heroes are, so he's just gonna leave it and go for Kungur instead, going for the safer route instead of just trying to get a pick off. Shepherd is trying to protect the entrance for the Kungur. Meanwhile, Madman and Praxis Accursed trying to get the Kungur, and meanwhile the Legion having the same idea, getting their own Kungur with their second buff and the third buff on the Hellborn side. Madman going for the 2 stats and 1 movement speed. Meraxus going for the 3 movement speed, and Accursed going for the 3 stats. Look at the HP amount. 2000 HP, 2500 HP, and then 1600 HP, 300 HP extra with the Kungur buffs. That is quite a lot. And then the Hag going, I believe, with the damage. Yes, Hag did go with the damage. They're trying to get a pick off here at top side, trying to do a team fight. Bubbles does use all of his abilities just for the wave. I'm not sure if that's the brightest idea. It is a little too greedy. The smoke is on the entire side of the Legion. He does break the smoke of Corrupted, but he is shrouded in the same time, so he did not really see him. He did use a shroud afterwards, but I don't think he was in vision though, since it's nighttime. But there's not gonna be any pursuing. And both teams are just gonna leave each other for now. They're still trying to do a fight though. Still trying to be sneaky. Getting a little deeper with the clear cut. Maybe they're gonna try to get a pick off here. The Rockets actually end up seeing Deadwood. He's in a lot of trouble. Meraxus does jump in. The Rhapsody, beautiful ultimate, but the Hellflower coming in. Rhapsody stopping her ultimate. Ending the Deadwood's life, and Ratchet Hag jumping in with the Resto. Actually, no, she does not have the Resto. She just jumps in normally. She did not even use her ultimate or anything, so she's just doing her damage with her E right now. She didn't even use anything so far, and Corrupted is just in no man's land, and he's the Regitag ultimate coming out, completely destroying the Corrupted Disciple. Nothing he can do to survive that initiation. And now it is a 3-0 for the Hellborn side. A buyback on Deadwood and a buyback on Bubbles, but I'm not even sure if he's gonna have it after he dies, so maybe he's gonna try to get the creep wave here at mid lane or bottom lane to have the buyback in case he dies, but we'll see what happens. They're pursuing the top racks right now. The PD protection mod is not active as the creeps is there. This is gonna probably be a free tower. I'm not sure if Deadwood's gonna buy back, especially with 10 seconds left on his timer. A beautiful bubble silence coming out with the haste. Not really gonna be able to stop the bubbles. He's trying to stop them, but there's not much he can do in the hellpower coming out on the bubbles. Nothing he can do there, and he ends up going down. The root misses everybody, and the symbol coming in from the Madman. It is looking real grim to the Legion side right now, and I'm not sure if they can do anything. 22,000 to 27,000 gold in XP difference. It is looking really grim to the Legion side, and I believe that, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of the game. 600 DPM on both core carries on the Madman and Wretched Hag. They're pushing the last bottom racks and the Legion base racks. And I'm not sure if they're going to be able to do much. The concede vote comes out, and there you go. GG, well played to the Legion side. That was trying to do something, but yeah, not much he can do there. GG, well played to the Hellborn side, and you know, it was a very interesting game for sure.
Onslaught, double tap.
Okay, excuse me about that. Just was waiting for the transition sound because I know that this one is loud. Might have to change this one because there's no longer a bracket scene for the Star League tournament. So they were on a timer the whole time, and we discussed this with Hellborn having a better T-fight potential than the Legion side, and they tried to take the fights, they tried to win them, but again, Hellborn is just, their team fight potential is just too devastating, too much to deal with, and they just could not handle it. And with time, it just shifted, and yeah, it was nothing that they can do. With the Hellflowers and everything, Bubbles could not escape, none of them could escape, and it was just too devastating for the Legion side to handle. So we're just gonna, ladies and gentlemen, we're just gonna go on a break for now. It's super difficult to do solo casting. Hopefully I'm gonna try to find a co-caster with me after this game. It's gonna be a whole lot easier to do, and we'll see what happens. Stay tuned, maybe 5 to 10 minutes of break, perhaps less, and then we're gonna start with game number 2. We will see you in perhaps 5 minutes. Alright, hello everybody, welcome back to game number 2 of the Star League for today. And we're gonna have pretty much the same players except for Fa. Fa was switched with Kajango because Kajango could not continue. And we're gonna start off here with the banning phase of Pearl, Devour, Demented Shaman, Flux, and Pharaoh. Quite similar to the last time. Actually, every single hero is repeated so far, so we'll see what Mate is gonna end with. Maybe something new or something a little weird with picks, as in last time. It was pretty strange last time, actually. Picks and ban-wise heroes that we've never seen before, so it is quite interesting. But Mate is still deciding what he wants to do for the last one, and he ends up with Plague Rider and Bushwhack. Picked as first by Jarhar Dig, by the way. That's Jarhar Dig on the Bushwhack, and it's Novi on the orange. Doni. That would be Novi, for anybody who is confused. And Sir, whatever his name is Nede, and Fervor is Fa, obviously. The rest we've been through before. And now we're going to see Bushwhack on the Legion side, starting off with the carry as first pick. That is an unusual way of doing it, but they do go for that. Plague Rider is banned, so B-Pro is most likely not going to be picking it up. And Engineer Magmas. It's a beautiful combo. Engineers Magmas together in one lane, they could be truly devastating. So we'll see what's gonna happen with that. Meanwhile, Legion's picking right now after Bushwhack. We'll see what they're gonna pick off before the second banning phase starts. Prophet and Lodestone. Okay. That's a very strong lineup so far by just these three heroes, Prophet, Lodestone, and Bushwhack. And we're gonna see what the Hellborn is gonna ban, what Mate is gonna go for right now. So the Meraxus is banned, even though Lodestone is already picked. I'm not sure if Meraxus is gonna be actually like something that the Legion want right now after they pick the Lodestone, but nonetheless he does end up banning the Meraxus. And then Bubbles coming in from Jarhar Dig. I guess that, so it's maybe like a respect ban to, oh sorry, it's Pebbles. I read that wrong, my bad. So it's Pebbles coming out. Actually, a lot of focus on Pebbles. Pebbles was banned last game as well. I'm not really certain why. And then Jerziah being a little too strong lately with his with the latest patch, and then Sir Bensington coming in from Jarhar Dig. So Jarhar Dig is focusing more into, I guess, the core carries and mid laners more than anything right now, since they have the Bushwhack and the Hellborn. Sorry, the Legion side did not pick their carries yet. So there's that happening. So Bensington coming in from Jarhar Dig, and now Mate is gonna go for the third ban. We'll see what it's going to be, and it's gonna be the Blacksmith. These are very unusual bans, man. And then the Ratchet Hag, actually from Jarhar Dig, who played the Ratchet Hag last game. So that's very interesting. And then Defiler coming in from the Hellborn side with Rhapsody. I assume that Defiler is going to be played by Mate. So we'll see how that goes. And then Rhapsody with that Defiler. So currently they're just missing their carry. Maybe if they want to go for one, sometimes they do go without a carry and all just fighter heroes. So I'm not sure they're gonna do that. But Vindicator, okay, now that is interesting. And a Berserker as the main carry on the Legion side. Berserker, Vindicator, Lodestone, Prophet, Bushwhack. That is an interesting team, to say the least. And now their last pick on the Hellborn side, they have 80 seconds on their side, so they have all the time in the world to see what they want to go for. No rush there. And Snark with the Berserker. Is that really how they're going to do it? Yeah, I guess since they have Volka, Volka's going to be the one who's going to be playing Lodestone. And then you have Novi, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is Novi. Novi on the Vindicator, and then Prophet And they're gonna switch up. Okay, I mean, they're both the support players, so they both probably know how to play both heroes just fine. And then Jarhardig with a Bushwhack and Berserker. So they're the dual core with even the Lodestone. This is very unusual for B-Pro. B-Pro is a team that we see that doesn't like to go carry most of the times. So now that you see them with like 2 core carries and even Lodestone, which I would say is also can be a core carry if he farms well enough. This is very strange. I like this. I like this. A lot of different things, a lot of random stuff, and Tremble coming in from the Hellborn side, and I assume that's gonna be on the side of Fa, aka Fervor. Yep, there we go. And then Magmus with Mate and Sigma with the Engineer and Django with Defiler, actually.
Let's get it on.
Very, very, very fascinating picks. I'm all for it. I like this. I like the different styles. I like the change in the meta a little bit, of the change in the face. It's really nice to see, honestly, instead of seeing all the like same picks all the time. So this is really, really nice to see. And by the way, at the beginning I said that Fa switched with Django. That was my bad. That was not the case. Django is playing, actually, so that was my bad there. But it seems like we're gonna be remaking, as the server is having a little issue right now. I'm gonna take care of that real quick. So ladies and gentlemen, we're just gonna rehost to another server because of the ping issues, and then from there I'm gonna start the game right off the bat with most likely the same picks. Seems like we're gonna start right now without any delay. Yep, it's gonna be super quick.
Tremble. Bushwhack. Magmus. Prophet.
And here we go.
Indicator. Berserker. Lodestone. Rhapsody.
So, we're gonna go with the same picks of Bushwhack, Berserker, Vindicator, Lodestone, Prophet, Engineer, Tremble, Magmus, Defiler, and Rhapsody. Now, when it comes to the laning phase, last time I almost had it right, but the only thing I got wrong was the Accursed and the Meraxus. They went with the Meraxus solo mid lane, and then Wretched Hag Accursed together instead of the Wretched Hag going mid and the Meraxus with the Accursed. So, sorry, with the Shipper, not the Accursed. The Accursed was with Madman, as we predicted at the start. So this one is probably going to be a little different. Now, Bushwhack, Berserker, Vindicator, Lodestone, and Prophet. I'm assuming Lodestone will, aka Volca, will do the same thing that he did last time with the Meraxus, going on the solo lane, mid lane, and then it's going to be perhaps Prophet with Bushwhack and then Berserker with Vindicator top lane, and then Bushwhack and Prophet on the bottom lane. That's my prediction on the Legion side, but who knows, it is B Pro, so it is quite difficult to really try to guess what they're going to do. And meanwhile, if we go to the Hellborn side, you're going to have Engineer, who's already TPing bottom lane, so we already know where he's going to go. Clearly, it's going to be the Magmus and Engineer. That combo is truly devastating. Engineer Magmus is super powerful, and can be really, really difficult to stop, actually. So clearly, that's going to be the lineup with them, and then the Rhapsody, Tremble, top lane with the Defiler mid lane. So typical lineup coming in from the Hellborn side. And actually, no, I got everything at the Legion side completely wrong with Lodestone actually going for the Suicide, Bushwhack with Vindicator instead of the Prophet at the mid lane, and then Berserker with the Prophet bot lane. So I got it completely wrong on the Legion side. Last time I was a little closer, but it is fun to try to predict the B Pro lineup, not gonna lie, but sadly did not get this one right. And now another pause coming in, still having some issues it seems with the server, so hopefully he's gonna be able to fix it a little soon. You have the Tremble on Fa. This is going to be super interesting to watch. I love when Fa plays Tremble. It's super fun to watch, honestly, because like Tremble is such a sleeper hero, right? Like not a whole lot of players know how to play the hero. Not a whole lot of players play the hero. Clearly, he's not that fun to play. A lot of people have that idea of Tremble, and I don't blame them. Honestly, he's not really that like fascinating. It's just quite simple, quite basic hero. So it doesn't make sense. But the hero has a lot of strength, so. Especially with his W being able to TP back to home and then TP back to lane, having your full regeneration when you're in mid lane, not needing a bottle or anything because you're going to have constant regeneration all the time. Like, it's super, super powerful. So, we don't see Tremble a whole lot these days. So, to see Tremble in a tournament is quite nice. And then Bushwhack with the Vindicator against the Defiler. So, I assume here, perhaps Rhapsody is going to be at the top lane for a while, and then after maybe minute 2, minute 3, she's going to decide to go to the mid lane instead of staying at the top lane against the Lodestone and leave Lodestone 1v1 against the Tremble.
Let's get it on.
Not much going on right now. People are just waiting. Prophet still did not buy his items. What his items are coming in? I probably didn't want it to say it's not going to be really anything that crazy. It's going to be typical items. He does have a Rev Ward, but he's not aware of the ward of that Engineer placed at the start of the game, as he did TP to it really fast, so he's not going to know about it. He might actually, yes, I wanted to say he might try to block the camp. They do see him with a ward, though. They're going to initiate on him. He's going to have a stun very soon, but the immobilization of Berserker comes in. Now it's going to be up to the keg of Engineer if it's going to land or not. Will he be able to land it? Yes, he does. Will Magmus be in range? He will. Some hits going on. The heal comes in. The apple comes in as well with the W. It is going to be enough. He will survive. He's still trying to get the kill, though. A little too greedy, maybe. A kick comes out, but sadly it misses. I don't even think it would have been enough damage to finish off the Prophet. Magmus is 200 HP. He's in some trouble, but I don't think it's going to be that crazy for him. He does have the stun, the Lava Surge, so he can use it whenever he feels like it. Comes in with the kick of Engineer, and that's a dead Berserker, sadly. A little too greedy on the side of Snark there, trying to get the kill off one of them. Mate trying to direct path through the trees somehow, some way there, but sadly it is not going to work. So that's a first blood coming in for Mate, and Novi denies himself on the creeps after buying or using all of his gold for a fast TP back. Very smart by Novi here. Coming in full HP, full mana, so he can help his Berserker against the not so full HP and mana Magmus and Engineer. Well, Engineer just bought some potions, so, and some are coming for Magmus right now, so they're gonna be back online really fast. Some initiation going on Volca top side, but Lodestone, it's a very, very, very squishy hero. Really difficult to catch, especially with the Tremble on level 2 without his ultimate, his immobilization. There's not much they can do against the Lodestone. Even then, the Lodestone is going to be a little too tanky for them, especially if he has his ultimate. But yeah, I believe that most action we're going to see this game is going to be on the bottom side with the Engineer Magmus. Again, we talked about this lane. We talked about how devastating this lane is and just how action-packed it is, so it's most likely gonna be where most action is gonna go. And another initiation coming in from the Hellborn side to the Legion. It is just so much damage. Magnus is in a lot of trouble, but I'm not sure if they're gonna be actually able to kill him. He does have the shield with the Lava Surge now and the kick coming in, and that's a dead Berserker. Meanwhile, Prophet said he cannot do anything, even with the heals. It is just not enough. For now, Berserker is gonna struggle till they get a little ahead. You can see right now, Engineer's level 3, Magmus is level 2. And Magmus actually does what Novi did on the same exact camp. And he's almost level 3 as well. Meanwhile, the Prophet is only level 2, just hitting level 2 with the Berserker being halfway through level 2. So, Hellborn is clearly way ahead at the bottom side right now. So, you're gonna have a much easier time for now against the Legion. Let's jump into mid lane for now. Go to the 2v1 Django against the Jarhar Dig with the Bushwhack and the Vindicator. Django is struggling heavily at mid lane with 4-1 against the 21-9. He is not having a good time. He is a Defiler. He does have his wave, but it's still not that crazy. It's not the best farming tool out there. Meanwhile, at the bottom lane, they're actually initiating once again on the Berserker, I believe. But Engineer and Magmus are getting super low. They might actually be a little greedy here, try to go for the Prophet, being the squishier hero out of the two. But it doesn't seem like they want to go for it just now. Prophet trying to pull the camp. Some initiation perhaps going on the Berserker. He stops the health bot of the Magmus. This is a little greedy. There's a Lava Surge in 1 second, but he's not gonna pursue. Meanwhile, Vindicator is fighting the Rhapsody, who just picked up a DD on the top rune, and I'm actually quite surprised this Rhapsody is still at the top lane. I assume they don't wanna sacrifice their only winning lane right now. And meanwhile, bottom lane is Berserker is getting dove on right now. He's still alive. He has his W. He can go invis and miss the last attack. Yes, there you go. Novi, you're being a little too greedy with that. And meanwhile, Sigma is in a lot of trouble. He is silenced and slowed. No mana on Sigma, nor TP or anything. Direct pathing happening, but sadly, the AoE Q is gonna catch him. A TP, I believe, is coming with a courier. Yes, it is. You can see it on the map, coming for Magmus, so he can escape. So he's most likely going to be just fine, unless maybe Vendi comes in and Qs here, but he's not going to do that. Meanwhile, going back to Defiler and the mid lane, Defiler again on 135 GPM. She is having super hard time. Man, she's really going to struggle. Django's really going to struggle this game, so... But you know, last game it was the same, and they did make a comeback, so we'll see what happens. A super greedy dive coming in from the Legion ends up with the kill on the Defiler nonetheless, so it's a 1-0 for Jarhar Dig on the Bushwhack right now, and Defiler is just losing more and more with 110 GPM. Defiler even has less GPN than the Rhapsody right now, so... Yeah, Defiler is not going to have a good time this game. And the Hellborn side right now, they're deciding to focus the Tremble more than to go to the mid lane. They want to keep the winning mid lane. They want to keep the winning lane instead of going to the losing lane and trying to help that lane with Rhapsody. But maybe now, since Fa just reached level 6, he has his boots, his iron shield, he's a little He's doing just fine right now. Maybe he doesn't need that much of a help from Rhapsody, so maybe now she's gonna leave him and actually go to the mid lane and try to help the Defiler a little more, get her back into the game. But we'll see what happens. I mean, Kajango's still doing good in the XP department with level 6, reaching level 6, actually being higher level than the Bushwhack, so he's doing fine in that department. Meanwhile, they're gonna try to maybe initiate on him? No. Meanwhile, though, they're going on in the Berserker yet again. But now Berserker is a little too tanky. We talked about this. Once they reach a little higher level and Prophet levels up his W just a little more, it's going to be a whole lot harder to kill the Berserker unless the Engineer and Magmus gets their ultimates. And the Regeneration Rune, wow, that is a very lucky rune coming to Jarhard Dig after being so low on HP. Meanwhile, another initiation going on in the bot lane. Berserker's getting super low. Another heal coming out. Will it be enough, though? They do get the Engineer. Will the Magmus die? He does have it. No, sadly, he's a little too greedy coming in from Berserker. Berserker does end up going down. The Lava Surge was there. I think he did realize that he's not going to die, and he just went for it, yeah. So, right now, things are looking fine, even though the Hellborn is 2k ahead, and almost 2k ahead on XP as well. So the Hellborn is currently ahead. This is maybe a repeat of last game, where it was the same thing. The Legion, which was Mate's team, they were ahead, and now it's going to be the other way around, perhaps. So we're seeing perhaps the same game. Maybe it's going to be the same thing where they're going to be ahead right now and later on they're going to start winning the game. But who knows? Because I'm looking at the Hellborn side and I'm seeing that they have Magmus, Engineer, Rhapsody, and Defiler, Tremble. Their fighting potential is really good. Sure, you can argue that the Legion also have a very good team fighting potential, but is it better than the Hellborn? I'm honestly not quite certain. I feel like the Hellborn might have an upper hand in this situation, but it might be different. I'm looking just chat right now just a little bit for anybody who wants to see the matches for Star League. Do ! Star League or ! SL, and you will have all the information you need for Star League and the Discord server for it, where you can join and see the bracket for it and everything else for that and understand it a little more. We did explain it at the start of the stream, but we cannot keep doing that, so just for now try to use the command in order to understand it. So they're still having internet issues, sadly. So till they get that fixed, we're gonna be waiting a little while. I'm gonna look at the top lane for now. Volca is 0-0-0, so he did not die a single time. That's very good for him. 130 GPM right now. It is fine. I'm sure he does not mind it being the Suicider and all. He's level 4. That's what matters. The XP for the Lodestone. Once he gets level 6, then that's when he starts having actual kill potential. For now, he's just gonna be chilling out a little and not being that greedy at all. Kajango's doing just a teeny little better. With 180, it is much better than being 110 GPM, that's for certain. Meanwhile, on the bot lane, seems like they want to go on the Engineer. Decide not to. Berserker has his ultimate now. So he's gonna be super hard to kill by the Engineer Magmus combo. So I believe their timing in the bottom lane has reached its limit. They still have kill potential, but it's gonna be a whole lot harder, especially with a Prophet being nearby. And if Berserker decides to go with a Mystic right now, it's gonna be super difficult to kill the Berserker. After the Steam Boots as well, with the Strength, he's gonna be probably on 1200 HP. With 10 magic armor, it's gonna be super difficult to kill him. He's actually trying to initiate on the Magmus, but not sure if he's gonna be able to do much to him. Just some harassment coming out, putting him on half HP. Without the Engineer, there's not much he can do. Believe they're trying to go for the Vulcan. No, he just placed a ward between the towers and he called it a day. So they're not gonna try to pursue the Lodestone Suicider or offlaner. Oh, going on in the mid lane, and Engineer does end up going down. I don't know why he was so pushed up. Maybe he wanted to go with his ultimate, try to get a kill, but it did not work out for him as well as he thought it would. Meanwhile, Lodestone is scouting out the top. jungle camp. He's actually stealing a lot of creeps, taking 3 big creeps from Defiler. That is huge, especially with Defiler struggling as much as she is. Now Bushwhack is coming in to take the rest. This is going so bad for the Hellborn side. This is the only thing that Defiler had going on for her, and now it is all going away. But I don't think that the Bushwhack will be able to get out of this one. Ends up with Bushwhack going down. I feel like that kill should have went for Mate, aka Defiler, but sorry, Kijango, I believe. Yeah, Kijango, aka Defiler, but sadly it did not. And meanwhile, the engineer is going on the Vindicator, but it does not seem like he's going to be able to get the kill on him. And Vindicator gets out harm free. Berserker, he's going to meet the engineer. He does throw a beautiful kick, actually, pushing away the Berserker, stopping the immobilization as well. So Berserker waited a little too much on that. But still, he's going to push him out of the lane with even lower HP and all of that, so I don't think he minds it that much. Meanwhile, some initiation going on triple with a Silence Lodestone ultimate, and is going to be enough with a Bushwhack ultimate, giving him vision over the Tremble. Tremble not being able to survive that, so that's a really good pick-off on the side of Legion. And the gold and the XP difference is just a little moved right now, more to the Legion side, but it's still in favor of the Hellborn. But it is a very welcome kill for sure. I'm pretty sure they're very happy with that. Defiler is actually on level 8, so even though on farm-wise she's not doing that great, but she's doing really good in the XP department. Meanwhile, some initiation going on in bot lane. Snark ends up going down, and a pause coming out for the Legion side. It seems like a lot of people are lagging today, it seems like, so I'm not sure what's going on there. It does not seem like it's a server issue, though. It seems like it's a player's issue, so...
Rage quit.
Oh. So, it would seem like there's a lot of lag on the side of Legion. And a lot of the players are getting huge lag spikes. So... the chat is amazing. So... it does not seem like they actually want to continue this game with the amount of lags they're getting. We'll see what happens. Maybe Snark will try to fix this and come back and see if it actually works or not. We'll just give him some time. So meanwhile, if we actually go over the items and go over... Engineer so far only has the Grave Locket, so he has nothing else going on. Not even boots, so he's not doing that great. They did really shut down the Berserker. He's on 240 GPM, but they still have the Bushwhack. And meanwhile, if you look at the Hellborn side with the rest, which is Tremble, he's doing amazing with 450 GPM and almost a cleaver on the Tremble. And it seems like they're going to just continue the game without the Berserker, as he's not going to be able to play the game, actually. So perhaps it's just a CC15. I don't really know what's happening here, actually. Okay. So, that's confirmation that they will CC 15. That is very unfortunate, sadly. Berserker is not going to be able to play, and we're not going to have a game in our hands. I don't know if they're going to be playing, so maybe they will feel like they want to go 4v5, although I doubt it. Well, who knows? Perhaps it's definitely going to go down. I think they're just going to, like, just... joke around for a bit and then just CC 15 so. Wow. Comeback? That is definitely a comeback.
The Hellborn have destroyed a Legion tower.
It is unfortunate. These issues can't really do much about it. I don't know what's happening for Snark, what's going on. Maybe it's his internet, maybe... I don't know what's really happening, but it is very unfortunate. They're not going to be able to continue the game, and with Snark gone and some of the players having huge lag spikes, we might not be able to continue after this match. We're going to see what's going to happen. I'm going to keep you guys updated. For now, we're just going to watch this game till 15. Again, I doubt that they're going to continue playing it, but we'll see anyways. Come on, big initiation. Poor Kajango's having a lot of hard time this game, man. Direct pathing master. Ooh, ooh. If he did not move. What is going on right now? He's not even gonna kill him, by the way.
Massacre.
Okay, apparently they want to play and I should have just continued casting. Alright, great. Maybe, I don't know. 1 minute and we'll be able to find out. Berserker is gonna leave just now. Peeking on Volca, so I believe that they're actually gonna continue this game, so we might just continue casting and doing everything. So now, Snark just disconnected, and now it's officially a 4v5, and the CC vote, no, they're actually gonna play it. Okay, so this is happening. The game is actually going to continue, so we're going to move on with the game. Now, PK coming out of for Magnus on a tablet on the bush, on the Defiler, a beautiful pick-off coming on the Bushwhack. Now it's just going to be the Bushwhack who's going to be the carry on the side of Legion. I'm not sure if anybody took the items off Berserker. I think Prophet did. Prophet does have a few items actually with the Sacrificial Stone, and now going for the Astrolabe. He's very close to it, 350 gold. Actually 400 right now. They lowered it just last batch. I completely forgot about that. So he's very close to the Astro. It's going to be a super difficult game, clearly, being a 4v5 and all. And Defiler, aka Kijango's finally picking up and being on 340 GPM instead of 180 at the start of the game. So he's very happy with the outcome, clearly, and a tablet on the Kijango, just to give him a little more survivability. Lodestone, Volca coming in with the ultimate, sadly missing because of the tablet. The Skeleton King does immobilize the Rhapsody. Rhapsody's in a lot of trouble. It seems like she's going to end up going down here. A beautiful kick coming in from the Engineer, pushing away the Prophet. Prophet is going to come back to the fight. Are they going to break the ultimate? Yes, they will. The ultimate gets broken really quick. Flies in a lot of trouble. Beautiful Magnus Lava Surge hitting two heroes right there. Will Paul go down? No, he will survive with 1 HP. And it is looking real grim for the Legion side, especially with the 4 and the last hero just leaving. And oh my god, nobody's gonna die. Okay, 1 hero at least is gonna die on the side of Legion. And now Volca is in a lot of trouble without any mana, without anything. He does have really good mana regeneration though, so he's gonna get his PK now. So he's gonna probably be safe, but he's not gonna be able to TP out. Oh, a beautiful spot actually to PK to. Well done, Volca. Maybe Rhapsody? No, she will not. And then a Chalice with a TP, and he's going to be just fine. Yeah, meanwhile, the towers are just gonna fall down with the Defiler, and Tremble on the Legion side is a little too much for them to handle, and it seems like this is the last game, and they just want to continue it and see what's going to happen with the 4v5. I mean, you never know. I like the spirit. I like the competitive spirit. Bushwhack is going for the Kungo right now. With the Whispering Helm level 11. Bushwhack can take care of Kungo super quickly, but for some reason Bushwhack left. I believe he just lagged out. I'm not... Okay, he did not lag out. I think he's just cautious, being a little cautious about doing the Kungo, I think, because they clearly know. Lodestone cooking up his ultimate. He's gonna try to go mid lane. He doesn't know about the Magmas though. The ultimate does land with a smash, and it does a lot of damage. It's called, alright, head smash, right? That's what it's called. With a head smash, dealing so much damage. An engineer with a smoke. Sadly though, his mine is only level 1, so he cannot do a mine trap. So he's just gonna ward it here, try to wait, go for the perfect timing on the Kungo. No smoke on the Magmas though, so they're gonna see him when he's gonna come in. He's the only one with a Pika right now, who can like initiate, being able to initiate, so without a smoke it is a little difficult. The ultimate coming in from Engineer with the Magmas. Ultimate coming in with a beautiful Vindicator ultimate, stopping everybody. 2 kills for nothing so far. Magmas and Engineer fall. Bushwhack is being a little too greedy perhaps on the again, the Tremble. Will it be enough with the Disarm? Yes! A beautiful counter. Disarm coming from Vindicator, stopping Tremble right where he is, not being able to attack the Bushwhack. And that's a 3-for-0 fight, and now it's probably going to be a free Kungo. They still have the ward, they see that this is happening. I'm pretty sure that the Legion know about this, so they're going to probably try to counter it just now. He does use a tablet, I believe, to see if there's a ward up top, but he saw that there's nothing. They're still not aware of this one, but I don't think it matters. Kungo is getting real low now, and it's going to be a free Kungo for the side of Legion. That is a very well-needed Kungo, a very well-needed victory for the side of Legion. So they're still in this. They're still in this, even though it's a 4v5. They are actually still in this. This is incredible to watch. And a beautiful fight coming for the Legion side. So they still have an opportunity to win this game. Meanwhile, maybe the Hellborn side is trying to get their own Kungo, but I'm not really quite certain if they can do that with their own heroes. Bushwhack is getting a little too greedy with a smoke. He does have a Shrunken, so he can just Shrunken TP if all things went that like in a really bad way. So I don't think he's that scared of it. Oh, he's actually going for the Kung. Okay, this is amazing. A ward would have been very welcome, but maybe there's not a single one in the shop. They're actually not aware of this. This is a beautiful move by Jarhardig. I think he's going to be able to take it without them noticing. They have no clue that this is happening. The play is so wild that they just don't know. Rhapsody is actually coming in. She's going to check the Kungo, and she knows about it. Oh no, this is so unfortunate. Oh no. And now it's going to be a free Kungo for the side of Hellborn. That was a very well needed play, but sadly, Nedde, he saw it coming. He figured it out. He said he's gonna do it. He's gonna go for it, and he was right. That is so unfortunate, man. So unfortunate. Jarhardig had it. He was so happy, but sadly, it did not work out. Meanwhile, top lane, 3 heroes on Volca. He does disable his Q with the immobilization. Sadly, he cannot jump away, and that is a dead Lodestone on the side of Legion, leaving 3v5 now. It's a very dangerous situation to be in. Meanwhile, Kajango's in a lot of trouble. Will it be enough? No, sadly, it will not be enough. The last hit did not actually hit or land on Kajango. Meanwhile, Engineer's putting some mines again, though. We talked about this. It's only a level 1 mine, so it's not going to do that much. He has the kick, the ultimate, and the W, but other than that, it's not going to be that powerful. He's going to go for the TP. He's going to be stopped with the ultimate. I don't think that Novi is in a lot of trouble unless the Defiler comes in, which she is. Meanwhile, the top side is in a lot of trouble with Tremble, Rhapsody, and Magmas pushing the 3rd tier tower, and they don't have a tower anymore with the melee racks being half HP. I mean, again, it's nice to see. It's nice to see the spirit that they want to play for the 4v5, but with one hero missing, it's a whole different game. Meanwhile, Bushwhack is in no man's land. Going for the Rhapsody. Not going to use a Shrunken clearly because he's not really in a position where he can do whatever he wants. He is currently in their territory, so he's being very careful about it. He's going to take a mine here, but again, level 1 mine Not that scary. Magmus is in range. He's most likely gonna jump in. Lodestone is nearby with a smoke though, so they are ready for this initiation with a Vindicator ultimate, and Prophet just respawned, coming in mid lane, trying to help his teammates. We're gonna see if a fight gonna happen here or not. Volka does see the Fa is in a lot of trouble. The ultimate is gonna go off. 0 armor and magic armor on the Tremble. The Shrunken Head coming in to dodge the kick, but Magmus is just a little too fast. The jump is ready in 1 second. The Shrunken is gone though, with a Lodestone stun coming in. The Magmus does end up using his ultimate, lands his stun on everybody, but he's currently in no man's land with a buyback coming in from Tremble. A beautiful ulti from Rhapsody, but it was a little too late before Vindicator actually realized what was going on with the ultimate silence. Prophet is going to end up going down. A beautiful sidestep for coming in from Bushwhack to try to go for the TP after the Magmus PK. Well played by Jarhard Dig, getting out of that sticky situation, and he's going to end up surviving, which is a very welcome thing, especially when the 3 missing their last carry. But I'm not sure really if they're going to be able to get the racks here or not. Very greedy PK coming in from Magmus. Bushwhack is there to respond. He is ready. It seems like they're gonna just take the mid lane, since it has the only lane with a wave, with the top lane not having any wave so far, one being very far. A tablet coming in from actually... Oh, okay, it was from Defiler. A beautiful tablet from Kajango pushing Vindicator forward with the immobilization so they can get the pick off on Vindicator. And that's a melee racks on the Hellborn, for the Hellborn side. Lodestone with the ultimate. He's gonna jump in on the Tremble. Actually lands it. Half HP Tremble. He's in a lot of trouble, but Bushwhack with the Q, landing the slow. The Shrunken Head is gone, so he's not gonna be able to really tank this magic damage. He's gonna end up going down sadly. No heals coming from Prophet. The cooldowns are not there yet. Prophet is gonna end up going down most likely, and then Tremble TP's back to base, and then TP's back to the fight with his W. Yes, it's just too much, man. It is too devastating. They cannot really do anything, and I think it's easy, sorry. And I think that this is it. I don't think they can do anything here. They tried. They did some nice plays here and there, but it is super difficult, to be honest. Volka does jump on the Tremble. Tremble does have his illusions, so it's kind of difficult to know which one it is with the unit walking. Now they see him, but still no Shrunken on the Bushwhack. So I'm not sure if he's gonna survive with the overkill ultimate coming from Rhapsody, just as a sign to say, hey, you cannot do anything here, and there you go, the CC World comes out. Unfortunate, very unfortunate. Again, they can't really do anything as a 4v5, and it seems like a lot of lag is coming out for the players, and it does not seem like they're actually gonna be playing anymore since there's too much lag on the servers today. It happens sometimes, it happens, so hopefully tomorrow it'll be a better day, less lag, and the players will be able to play more games with no issues whatsoever. But let's just wait for the transition. Okay, again, I am pretty sure I'm gonna probably change that transition to something much lower, so it will not, be louder than the casters when they talk when we're going from game to the waiting screen. But as I said, it is super difficult to play with that much lag, and I don't think there's gonna be any more games since the players are all lagging. I'm gonna just look around here and ask. We'll be right back in about a minute or so. Just gonna look around and see if the players are interested in playing another game. I'll be back to you guys in about a minute. We'll inform you if there are any more games. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back. All right, so I just spoke with the players, and it seems like too many players are lagging, and too many players are not interested. It is what it is. Hopefully tomorrow will be a better day, and there will be much less lag for everybody, and everybody will be able to participate without any issues. A short day compared to the last one, but it happens. Sometimes it's gonna be like this, where it's gonna be like 2 hours, 2 games. Sometimes it's gonna be like 6 games, 6 hours, maybe eight. Last week, every like the players played for I believe the whole day, for maybe like 9 hours or so. So, it is most of the time it will be random like this. So expect this to happen in the Star League tournament. But thank you all for watching. I hope that this is entertaining for you guys to watch these side tournaments and, to have something of a competitive scene every day and stuff like that. And being with random players, with random picks, with random metas and people trying new stuff, trying to figure out some new ways to play the tournaments and whatnot. So it's very, very entertaining to watch for sure. I hope you guys feel the same how I do. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show, and I believe just so everybody can like get an idea of like when the streams are happening. I think that most streams are gonna be from 3 p.m. GMT till perhaps 9 p.m. Sorry, from 5 p.m. GMT to 9 p.m. GMT. That is most likely how it's going to be every day. That's the plan so far, at least. Maybe like 4 hours every day. If hopefully nothing happened. It should have been the case today. It should have been 5 hours, but there is too much lag, and people are not really willing to play with the frustration of lag, I guess, in the game. But thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And again, tune in tomorrow, 5 p.m. GMT. Hopefully we're going to start the Star League second stream for the October month. Thank you all for watching. We will see you tomorrow. Good night, everybody.